have been very anxious about potentially having a miscarriage. Hi. Hi. Oh, hello. Hi. Hey. Don't be fighting. Don't bite. That's rude. Listen, you guys can share. Stop it with that face. You look mean. You guys be nice. What are you doing? I have to go see what the heck's going on. We got a new vacuum, and I haven't taken the large box that it came in, I haven't taken it out to the trash yet, so. In good feline fashion, Astrid was just in it. Somehow she got inside of it, and it's like upright. I don't know. Anyway. Does anybody else do this, by the way? Do you just have like an absurd amount of pillows for your couch? It's just covers the entire couch and doesn't leave much sitting room. I don't know why I do that. Can you just find a spot and lay there, please? Sit right there and just be good. Tomorrow is gonna be the start of 9 weeks of this pregnancy, and I have not been feeling well at all, which, fingers crossed, is fantastic. Like, good signs and everything. But let me just tell you, I've been, thank you, sleeping so much. I sleep, I want to say almost a third of the day I'm sleeping, because I just randomly fall asleep. I'll fall asleep at 10 a.m., I'll fall asleep at 1 p.m., I'll fall asleep at 4 p.m., and then I sleep all night. I do so much sleeping, and then between that, I'm just trying to stuff as much food in me as possible to keep me from being nauseous. Today, I'm not feeling quite as nauseous. I did go over to Rancho yesterday with Kameron, and I managed to walk around the mall a little bit. Got some maternity pants, because I'm already getting a belly. It's probably just bloating, but yesterday I didn't get to have any of my naps because I was, at the mall, and then I went over and was at his office. And he's been working long hours. From leaving the apartment to getting back in the apartment, it's about 12-hour days for him, because he just started his new position, so he's been training and everything, and he's just doing a lot of work. So I was there for that length of time, and then last night I slept 12 hours. I must have needed it. But if I think about it, combining my naps plus my typical 8 hours of sleep, that probably comes to about 12 hours of sleep every 24 hours, so it makes sense. I was just never this exhausted with Kaia. I used to wake up at 3 a.m. with her almost every night, and with this pregnancy, I'm just sleeping through all the way till 6 a.m. Today was different. I slept till 9:30. Besides the intense amount of sleeping that I've been doing, I just haven't been doing much of anything at all. Like, I get a little bit of cleaning done here and there, but it's never like a full house clean. It's like, oh, I cleaned the living room, or oh, today I cleaned the kitchen, and I really wish I had the energy to get the whole place done, because it's getting kind of like, I get depressed when my place is not neat. So being really tired on top of like feeling like stuff isn't orderly the way I like it to be has been rough. And with Kameron working like 12 hours, he comes home and he goes right to bed, and then when he wakes up he goes right to work. So it's kind of like my responsibility to do the stuff around the house, but I'm just so tired. I do recall around 10 weeks with Kaia that I suddenly got my energy back and I suddenly wasn't sick anymore and I just felt like a brand new person again. So I'm really, really hoping that that happens in the next couple of weeks because I can't do this much longer without help. I'm gonna have to like call on some of my friends and be like, can you guys come help? I'm trying to think of any other weird symptoms I've been having. For sure, my sense of smell is like insane. When I was at the mall yesterday, there was this guy in the checkout lane, and he must have marinated himself in Axe body spray. And I wanted to pass out, puke, and die. It was so strong, and I know it was just because of my, symptoms and everything, but he like made this whole section smell like his body spray, and then after he left it was lingering there, you know what I mean? And then just walking past Lush and walking past Bath and Body Works, those stores just triggered something in me. What else? The relaxin hormone. So there's this hormone that's at its highest in your first trimester called relaxin, and it just loosens up your joints and everything. And all week I've had terrible back pain. First it was up in my neck and then my upper back, and I like happened to turn my head in the morning to look at Kameron and suddenly I just had this horrendous pain stretching from like the base of my skull down my erector spinae muscle. Dealt with that for 36 hours. It was super painful, and it was like I have to be on my side to alleviate some of my nausea, but I had to be on my back so my back wouldn't hurt. So it was this fight between like horrendous back pain and nausea. So that was a fun 36 hours. And then yesterday, while I was walking around the mall, because I've been literally laying down for days, I don't even know how long now, probably over a week, because I'm just sleeping and sick. All the walking started making my lower, like my lower back joints loosening up, and I felt like everything started grinding and popping, which is what I do remember early on with Kaia, but it just started hurting, the coccyx down there at the base of your spine just started hurting, and then I started getting some round ligament pains, and that started freaking me out. Oh no, maybe I've been walking too much and I'm hurting the baby. And it's like, no, you're sore because you haven't been moving around. So trying to find a balance here. I need to be moving a lot more, but I'm also just so damn tired. Anything else? Weird cravings. Oh yeah. For like, I want to say 4 or 5 days, I've just been obsessed with the thought of eating jalapeno poppers and Oreos dipped in milk at the same time. Not like putting them both in my mouth at the same time, but like eat a jalapeno popper, then eat an Oreo dipped in milk, and then back and forth, back and forth. That sounds, my mouth's watering right now. It sounds so good. I can't have those things, but they sound so good. But I am seeing like a common theme of wanting jalapenos because there's this taco place up the street that has these grilled jalapenos that I could just eat like 10 of them. I'm not, like, I love spicy food. I like having my nose running. I want to be crying when I eat spicy food. My mouth is watering thinking about it. It's so insane. That taco place also has these diced onions with cilantro. Oh my god. Those sound really, really good. I think that might be it in terms of my symptoms that I've been having the last week or two. I think that's it. In terms of like my mental health, I have been very anxious about potentially having a missed miscarriage. And if you don't know what that is, it's where your body doesn't recognize that your embryo's not viable or the heart has stopped, and you continue to have your progesterone and HCG rise. So you continue to have like symptoms that keep getting worse. And in some cases, some women even have the stretching sensation in their uterus, like their uterus keeps growing to accommodate a growing embryo. And you don't know that you have had a miscarriage until you go to a scan and see that there's no heartbeat. So I have anxiety about that happening. Most of that comes down to, you know, my PTSD from going to the ER and being in labor and delivery and getting that ultrasound and not seeing any cardiac activity. So I think I just have what people colloquially term as scanxiety. And I do have a scan coming up on the 18th. I'll almost be 10 weeks, and then we'll be able to do the NIPT test, and that's gonna look for any chromosomal abnormalities, any genetic issues, and it will also be able to tell me the gender of this baby. And I don't know why, I just keep feeling like I'm never gonna do that blood test because the baby's not gonna be there, you know? And I'm trying to do my affirmations every day. Those affirmations being like, just because I've had a loss before does not mean that I'm gonna have another loss. Just because somebody else had a loss doesn't mean that I'm gonna have another loss. And things like, today I'm pregnant and I love my baby and I am having a healthy, growing pregnancy until I'm told otherwise. So those kind of affirmations do help a lot. It's not, you know, it's not a cure-all. I still have to say it a few times a day when I have moments where I'm like, oh my god, what was that? You know, when you get a twinge of pain from round ligament. Are we really getting into the box again? Cats just live for boxes. I can get them all the toys in the world, but if there's a box, game over. Come here. You keep messing with the box. I think you just want attention. But yes, that is pretty much the update on how the pregnancy is going. And then I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to say thank you to everyone. I made a post in the community post regarding some trolling comments and, you know, some negative comments that I've been getting and things that I've already addressed that, you know, upset me when people bring it up. And it's not so much like people that have said other things and then talked about it. It's like when it's the first thing they've ever said, and it's on my daughter's memorial video, and it's like, that's not the place to make those speculations. I mean, there's been some outlandish ones, not just the usual two that people, you know, blame. And I wanted to say thank you to everybody that responded and said, no, don't give them your time. You don't owe them another video. They should just watch the other ones and not be so insensitive. And you're right. Even if they don't mean to be insensitive, coming to a memorial video of a child that has passed and then making speculative comments about how they passed, that's extremely insensitive. And those are people that we don't need here, because it's not so much me, it's other people who are going through this or who have gone through this, that it upsets me if they see those comments and then start blaming themselves. That to me is like, I don't want people to blame themselves, because there's so few cases when you can blame the mother for a stillbirth, you know what I mean? I think really, other than, you know, being insensitive and not realizing how insensitive a comment like that could be, is that people really, they have their biases, one, And it doesn't matter what you tell them, they'll have their bias, and they're still going to believe that, whether you tell them that something was medically ruled out or not. Also, I think people have a very hard time accepting the fact that this can and does just happen. It can and does just happen, and I know that's a very scary thought, but I think that's a large reason why people make those speculative comments, because they just can't accept that it could just happen. And I think if we understood that it can and does just happen, like, people would be more aware of, you know, the signs, and rather than thinking like, oh, well, I didn't have cats, so I'm good. It's like, there are plenty of people who don't have cats that have had stillbirths. It's my long-winded way of saying thank you. I appreciate so much everybody saying, no, you don't need to explain your, you know, everything that you explained already. And if those people really want to know, they can watch the other videos. And you're right, I don't need to waste time on making another video saying the exact same thing that I've said before. So moving forward, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do what all of you suggested and just no mercy. I'm just going to delete and block, which I have been doing as well. I know a few slipped through the cracks and I don't remember which videos they're on, and I'm probably going to have to go through them and find them and delete them. But yeah, disparaging comments about my cats, delete, block. Any comments regarding, you know, cause of death, speculation, delete and block, especially if it's, wow. Okay, we knocked over the box. I'm pretty sure they're making like a fortress with the box right now. Which, if I was 9, I'd be all about that. I loved making box forts. Oh my gosh. I remember having this box for a week after my parents bought a new refrigerator. And that was like my fort. It was so cool. Anyway, I'm probably gonna end this vlog here because I just have a few things that I need to do. I especially need to take a bath, wash this nasty mop. I'm hoping that I'll get my energy and I'll start doing my usual vlogs with, you know, more interesting stuff than just a talking head. I have honestly been a little taken aback by the amount of people that are subscribing and watching my videos now. I'm used to getting maybe 600 views on a video, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's you know, safe. That's normal, that's fine. And now I'm like, why are there 10,000 views on my videos? It's a lot to take in, especially when you're someone like me who does not have a social media presence, I've never been popular, I've never, you know, anything like that. So having more eyes on what I'm doing is a little freaky. So I guess it's just a little shocking because, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sure you understand though what I'm saying. Damien. Hello. Anyway, that is going to be it for this vlog. It is almost noon, so that means I'm going to be falling asleep in an hour, so I need to try to get something done around here. I will see you next time though. Bye.